Shalom everyone, we know that this week's Parsha coming is Parshat Vayechi, and the verse tells us that Jacob lived in Egypt for 17 years. Now the great rabbis are all going to point out that the word Vayechi over here in this week's Parsha is telling us that these were the years he lived. In Vayigash, when Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, asked Jacob his age, Jacob first uses the term Yimei Migure, the days of my dwelling, because his life was difficult. It was hard to use the word living. He merely existed. Once he came to Egypt and he rejoined his closest son, Joseph, then all of a sudden he lives. Now, the great commentator named the Kli Yakar, he's going to point out that this is a meaning of the Midrash that says that the gap between Vayigash and Vayechi is stuffed up, as it is a Parsha Stuma. There is no gap in the Torah. Now, the reason is to teach us that once Jacob arrived in Egypt, the trials and tribulations of his life were finally closed also. That is why, says the Kli Yakar, immediately after this it says, Vayehi Yimei Yaakov Shnei Chayav Sheva Shanim. The years of Yaakov was 147. These final years were so good that although beforehand he didn't consider the first 130 years living, now after the 17 wonderful years, the troubles of the past were forgotten and his whole life seemed enjoyable and memorable. A good ending can make the entire past, no matter how difficult it disappears. I heard this from Rabbi Benjamin Rose, wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom and take care.